Hey guys, and welcome back to yet another video, and I am excited to tell y'all about the two investments I've made, not only to get better shots for footage, but also to have more content. First one of these investments is this Gopro Clamp. It's going to allow me a little bit more versatility when mounting my GoPro to objects in order to give y'all the best shot possible. This is going to be extremely handy for when I'm in a tree stand, setting it up. Those videos will be coming out soon. Hunting season is back. I love doing hunting videos. They're some of my favorite to do for the channel. If you enjoyed those, please make sure to watch them. I love producing them for y'all, and I'm super excited. I will be going Tuesday, and hopefully I'll get 2 or 3 over Thanksgiving break. So that's something to really look out for, and this is going to help me produce better footage for those. The second investment is a little bit bigger, and this kind of has to do with that second investment. Investment number 2. I got a kayak. Took a month of searching. I searched from Texas to Florida, all the way up to Kentucky, and I found this one after a month, 15 minutes from my home in Alabama. Thank goodness. I paid a decent amount for it, but it was a really fair deal, and the guy met me the next day. As soon as the ad was up, I was on it, so really appreciate that from him. And it's a great kayak. It's the Ascend FS10T, and I think it's going to be a really good fit for me. I could have gone for 12-footer, but the 10-footer is a little bit more maneuverable. It's easier to fit into places like my living room. Didn't really think this through before I bought it, but it's terrific. And I just want to go over some of the features of it, as well as show you some footage of me using it for the first time. So to begin, we have a pretty sturdy carrying handle in the front and the back, but both of these are pretty well made. I don't have any problems with the stitching, and I bet those are going to work for a very long time to come. They seem very durable and sturdy, and that's something I've had problems with on other kayaks. The front end is tapered, as well as you can see there's a pretty good cut right here, so hopefully that'll help cut through the waves and reduce the amount of water that gets into the kayak. I'm in a kayak I'm expecting to get wet. Hopefully it's just not ridiculous. Flat front, you have these bungees if you really want to put anything down, but I'm just going to set things over the top of these bungees. I can put my camera gear, everything like that up here. And the Gopro mount is going to be something like this on the front, pointed back towards me so that I can get some pretty awesome footage while fishing for either bass, brim, or whatever else I feel like fishing for that day. Again, you have a super flat surface all across the kayak, so really good platform. Haven't tried standing in it yet, but it was really wobbly in this footage you're about to see. I was kind of disappointed with that, but also I had no weight, so I'm hoping that had something to do with it. But really wobbly whenever I first started. And it's not like I've never kayaked before. I've owned 3 or 4 different kayaks, so that really surprised me considering how wide this thing is, as well as how flat the kayak is in general. Now, here's an awesome little feature. I really got this kayak for this rail system. I was going to mount the GoPro right here, and I still might, but I just bought that clamp, and fitting it up here gives me a pretty cool shot. So I'm going to stick with that for a little bit before I spend $30–40 for a mount here. And the clamp really can't go there because you have this rail in the way, it won't fit over the top. Put it right here, and it's going to be too close to me to really get a really good view of the action. So clamp's going to be up there for that reason. Now, I do have 3 rails, so I could put a rod holder here, and another one here if I wanted to, but it just allows for a lot of versatility. Now, you have scupper holes all around the sides, and I didn't really have a problem with getting wet, but there was also no wind. I got a little bit of mud in the kayak whenever I was first launching it, but it wasn't too bad. The seat is up high, so my bottom or anything didn't get too soaked at all. Actually, I didn't get wet at all, so that was pretty cool. Foot pegs fit me perfectly. I'm about 5'10", so if you're like 6.5 feet, this might be a little small for you, so just keep that in mind. Dry storage in the middle, kept my wallet in here, no problems whatsoever. You can see that bag inside. Now, if you have an iPhone 6s, it will not fit because I tried fitting mine in there and it just didn't work out too well. You have these small little containers here, and you could keep like lures, extra hooks and things inside of this, or that's what I'm probably going to do, as well as 2 very large cup holders. Now, the cup holders are awesome. The only problem is that there's nothing for the water to get out of those with, so you'll have to keep that in mind. You'll have to dry those out by hand with a rag or something once you get back. Here you have a paddle holder, and it's a decent little paddle holder. It's not terrific. It's just a little bungee on the side. I'm going to keep that for now, but I'll probably trade that out with something that's a little bit quicker, say a plastic rod holder or paddle holder, so I can put it right here, pop it in, pop it out real quick. Two of these carrying handles on each side make carrying this thing a breeze from the side. It's only like 67 pounds, so it's not too bad. As well, it's not too heavy to where you can't pull it from the front on, say, grassy surfaces. Wouldn't suggest doing it on cement. The paddle's an Atwood paddle that came with the kayak. Not too bad, not the most amazing paddle I've ever used, but it gets the job done. The kayak overall, as you'll see in the video, is not very fast, but then again, I didn't expect it to be. It's kind of lumbersome. It doesn't really just glide straight through the water. It kind of pushes the water out of its way a little bit more, but it gets you where you need to go, and it does it pretty well. Like I said, a little bit of wobble, nothing too bad. The seat is quite comfortable. I've had no problems with it. It can be a little bit of a pain getting it in here. As you can see, it's scratched up from putting it in, and there's really nothing I can do to prevent that. That's just how the seat fits, and oh well. You have little cords like this on this side, and that'll adjust the seat, how far back and forward it goes. Paddle fell over. And as you can see, you actually sit up a good 4 inches on top of the kayak, so that's one of the reasons it's not as stable as it could be, is because it has a higher center of gravity. If you know anything about the Suzuki Samurai, you'll know what I'm talking about. 2 rod holders in the back, plenty of space back here if I want to put a small cooler and say like a yak gear, milk jug or something, and have more rod holders, anything like that. 2 is probably going to be good for me if I just want to go brim or bass fishing for the day. Well, I pretty much shared everything I wanted to about the kayak, just got a little interrupted at the end. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please share, like, subscribe for more, as well as add me on social media. Links will be in the description below, and thanks for watching.